Hello, welcome back to BA Creative's 8 Crazy Tags of Hanukkah series. Today we're going to be working on tag number 2, and this is a technique that I saw Tim Holtz demo, I think it was last Saturday, and it was his last Saturday demo that he did. It was a chalkboard effect. He showed a card, and as soon as I saw that card, I was like, OMG, I have to do this on a tag. And I had already planned on doing a black and white themed tag for my Hanukkah series, so I was like, two birds, one stone. Now, Tim Holtz used alcohol ink cardstock in black. I didn't have that. So what I did have, though, was black 3.0. This is like the blackest black paint I have ever seen. It dries almost completely matte. And it's so matte, when you handle it, it almost has like this velvet texture. It's the most bizarre feeling, but it's just an outstanding black. So I figured, well, technically it's acrylic paint, so it'll be kind of non-porous, like how, not as non-porous as Yupo paper is, but it's still going to be a lot less porous than just straight plain untreated cardstock. So I have a size 8 tag that I have covered completely in that black 3.0. I also have a die cut of a Star of David that I have cut out using my trusty Cricut, and I'm covering that as well because in his demo he did this technique over a embossed stamped sentiment, but I'm trying to mix things up a little bit. I don't want to just like straight up bogarting. So once that's good and dry, I am using my Distress Embosser to apply embossing ink because I'm going to use the Frosted Crystal Embossing Powder, which you're seeing me do here. How the hell I had that in my stash, I have no idea. I've never used it. I don't know why I have it, and I've had it for a really long time. So it was just dumb luck because Tim Holtz says this is really the only embossing powder that you can use for this technique. And I can see why. You just saw me running my finger over it. It dries with a little bit of texture to it, which I guess, like he said, and as I learned, you need it to hold the chalk. So I have glued that down with some Gina K glue, which has become my new favorite adhesive. And now I am running just a plain piece of chalk over the embossed die cut and then eventually over the tag. So this is where things got a little weird. I don't know if the paint maybe wasn't completely dry, but some of the embossing actually started to peel off of the die cut. It was the most bizarre thing. I had never seen that. Though to be honest, I don't typically emboss over acrylic paint either. So, I mean, it could really be anything. But it didn't really bother me because the whole tag was coming out looking really distressed, and I don't know. I don't really think it looks like a chalkboard, but I was totally digging how this was turning out. I decided to just glue that little piece back, and I mean, you can't really tell. There's so much chalk on it. I love how this looked. This is my favorite tag that I've done. But it is really chalky, so I have to seal it. Now, I just squirted water on it because that's what Tim Holtz did, though he did say that that really only works if you're using the Yupo paper, and it's not as successful if you use it on regular cardstock. But I figured because I had paint on it, I would try it, and by God, it worked. It sealed, the water sealed the chalk, so like none of that came off, and I still had some of that freaking awesome Distress chalky things. I'm going back in and adding just a smidge more, just a couple of those little like chalk lines. I didn't bother sealing again because I was like, it's okay. For a little touch of color, I added a die cut leaf thing that I cut out from some cardstock that I had sprayed rustic wilderness over. And it's like perfect. It's a perfect color. So this Altenew stamp set really impressed me. When I stumbled across this, I was shook because there are two sentiments that are written in Hebrew. One that says Happy Hanukkah and the other one that says Shalom. And that is so hard to find in a Hanukkah stamp set. I mean, it's hard to find Hanukkah stamp sets anyway. Like I have 3 now, which basically encompasses the majority of what you can find. But Altenew, you guys really outdid yourself with this, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, if on the off chance you're watching. I finished the tag with a little bit of that velvet ribbon that I have become so fond of because it matched almost perfectly with the green, y'all. It was just perfect. Hands down, this one's my favorite. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching our tag number 2 in our Hanukkah series, and I will see you again tomorrow. Hey, here's some more videos that you might like, and please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you can see more of my content.